Most people think the biggest problem in marriage is cheating, money, or constant fighting. But what if those are only the symptoms? What if the real problem begins long before the first argument, the first lie, or the first tear? Every year, thousands of couples promise to love each other forever. They smile in wedding photos, dream about a happy future, and believe their love will be different. Yet many of those same couples slowly become strangers living under the same roof. They don't fall apart overnight. They drift apart one small moment at a time. The saddest part is that most of them never see it happening until it's too late. Today, marriage advice is everywhere. Friends have opinions. Family members share stories. Social media is full of relationship experts. Some people say love is enough. Others say communication fixes everything. Some blame men. Others blame women. But if all this advice really worked, why are so many marriages still struggling? Why do couples who truly love each other still feel lonely, misunderstood, and emotionally distant? Maybe the problem is not that people no longer want marriage. Maybe they simply don't understand what marriage really needs to survive. In this video, we will uncover the hidden psychology behind modern marriages, why so many relationships slowly break down, and the simple mindset changes that can help couples build a stronger, healthier, and lasting connection. Subscribe to Varry Stories now and enjoy the problem with marriage today as we journey ahead. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that marriages fall apart because of one terrible event. They imagine a shocking betrayal, a huge fight, or one painful decision that changes everything. But in many cases, that is not how it happens. Most marriages do not break because of one moment. They break because of hundreds of small moments that seem too unimportant to notice. Psychologists often talk about emotional connection. It is the feeling that your partner sees you, hears you, and understands you. It is what makes two people feel safe with each other. When that feeling grows stronger, trust grows with it. But when that feeling slowly disappears, the relationship begins to weaken, even if the couple still lives together. Think about a husband who comes home after a long day. His wife tries to tell him about something that happened at work. Without looking up from his phone, he says, "We'll talk later." Later never comes. The next day, she tries again, but he is busy watching television. A week later, she stops trying. He believes everything is fine because there are no arguments. She believes he no longer cares because he never listens. Now imagine the same story from the husband's side. He works hard every day because he wants to give his family a better life. He thinks paying the bills and solving problems are the best ways to show love. When his wife becomes quiet, he assumes she simply wants space. He has no idea she feels lonely. Both people still love each other. Both people have good intentions. Yet both feel misunderstood. This is why many couples are surprised when one person finally says, "I don't think I love you anymore." The other person often responds with shock. Where did this come from? Everything was fine. But everything was not fine. The warning signs were there all along. They were simply too small to notice. Many people believe love disappears first, then distance follows. In reality, the opposite is often true. Emotional distance comes first. Love begins to fade because the connection has already become weak. When two people stop sharing their thoughts, stop laughing together, stop asking questions, and stop making each other feel important, the relationship slowly loses its warmth. This is why solving only the big problems is not enough. A couple may fix money problems, stop arguing, or even take a vacation together. But if they still do not feel emotionally safe with each other, the relationship remains fragile. The outside may look peaceful, but the inside feels empty. Healthy marriages are built through small daily choices. A simple question like, "How was your day?" can matter more than an expensive gift. Looking into your partner's eyes while they speak can build more trust than saying, "I love you," without paying attention. Remembering something they told you yesterday shows that they matter. These small actions may seem ordinary, but they tell your partner, "You are important to me." The problem is that modern life makes these moments easy to miss. Phones steal our attention. Work steals our energy. Stress fills our minds. Couples can spend hours in the same room without truly connecting. They share a house, but not their hearts. The good news is that emotional connection can be rebuilt. It does not require perfect people or perfect marriages. It begins when both partners decide to notice each other again. They become curious instead of assuming. They listen instead of preparing their next answer. They choose understanding before judgment. But even couples who reconnect emotionally still face another hidden problem. Many relationships continue to struggle because of one mindset that quietly shapes every conversation, every disagreement, and every expectation. Until that mindset changes, the same patterns keep returning. So what is this hidden mindset, and why does it have so much power over modern marriages? The hidden mindset that hurts many marriages is simple. Too many people enter marriage asking, "What am I getting?" instead of asking, "What am I giving?" At first, this way of thinking is almost impossible to notice. It hides behind normal expectations. A husband wants respect. A wife wants attention. Both believe their needs are reasonable. The problem begins when each person waits for the other to make the first move. The husband thinks, "I'll be more loving when she starts appreciating me." The wife thinks, "I'll be more caring when he starts listening to me." Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Both people are waiting. Both believe they are reacting to the other person's behavior. Neither realizes they are creating a cycle that keeps growing stronger. This is how emotional walls are built. One person feels ignored, so they pull away. The other notices the distance and also pulls away. Soon, they are no longer solving problems together. They are protecting themselves from getting hurt again. Relationship psychology teaches us that people naturally respond to the emotional climate around them. Kindness often creates kindness. Patience encourages patience. Anger usually produces more anger. This does not mean every act of love will be returned immediately, but it does mean that the atmosphere inside a marriage is shaped by the actions both people repeat every day. Think of a garden. If you water only one flower once a month, you cannot expect it to bloom. A healthy garden needs regular care. Marriage works in a similar way. It grows through steady attention, not through rare, dramatic moments. Grand surprises are wonderful, but they cannot replace daily kindness. This is why the happiest couples are not always the ones who never disagree. They are often the ones who know how to reconnect after a disagreement. They are willing to say, "I was wrong." They ask, "How did that make you feel?" They try to understand before trying to win. They know that winning an argument is meaningless if it causes them to lose each other. Another mistake many couples make is believing that their partner should naturally know what they need. They think, "If they really loved me, I wouldn't have to explain." But no one can read another person's mind. Love grows stronger through honest conversations, not silent expectations. Speaking clearly is not a sign that love is weak. It is a sign that the relationship is healthy enough for truth. Gratitude also changes the emotional direction of a marriage. When people only notice mistakes, they slowly stop seeing everything that is going well. A husband who hears only complaints may begin to feel that nothing he does is enough. A wife who never hears appreciation may begin to feel invisible. Simple words like, "Thank you," "I noticed what you did," or "I appreciate you," can restore warmth that has been missing for months. None of this means accepting harmful behavior or staying silent about serious problems. Healthy marriages require honesty, respect, and accountability from both people. Real love is not pretending everything is fine. Real love is choosing to face problems together instead of turning each other into the problem. The truth is that modern marriage is not failing because people have forgotten how to fall in love. It is struggling because many people have forgotten how to keep choosing love after the excitement fades. Strong marriages are not built by perfect couples. They are built by ordinary people who keep making small, wise choices every day, even when life becomes difficult. If there is one lesson to remember, let it be this. Every conversation, every kind word, every moment of patience, and every act of understanding is either building your marriage or slowly pulling it apart. The future of a relationship is rarely decided by one big moment. It is shaped by the small choices made every single day. And those small choices, repeated over time, become the foundation of a marriage that can stand strong through every season of life.
I hope you understood what you watched. If not, watch again.